Hey guys, and welcome to episode 9 of Surg's single player survival series, season 1. I'm sitting out here at my steam boiler, and it seems that I'm not producing charcoal fast enough. So, I've actually been having to create charcoal. You know what, while I'm out here, I might as well grab some wood, which I'm getting plenty of. The power is not a problem. It's the charcoal. And I've also been tending to my cotton farms here because, well, I can always use cotton. It's good to make string, it's good to make wool, and, it's a lot easier than hunting down sheep or spiders. So let's throw this in here. Looks like I got a little bit. And what I've been doing is I actually set up a hopper here just to make sure that this stays full of charcoal when it needs it. And right here, I've been throwing wood in here to go and make more charcoal. So let's throw, say, that much in there, and then we can put this into our steam boiler. So there's a couple things I'd like to do today. If possible, I'd like to try to start working on fixing this charcoal situation in my boiler, because the last thing I want is, now that it is fully heated up, the last thing that I want is for it to shut down. So I'm definitely going to need more charcoal. Now, for the moment, doing it manually isn't so bad. I also, over here, you can see my smeltery's gone. I went and dug out a basement area and lit it up. And I moved my smeltery down here. I set everything up just like it was upstairs, so that way I can still make clear glass if I need some. There must be a cave around here somewhere. So, there's not much down here, but it'll give me room to put other things. But I've been having to use my jetpack to get up and down. And I want to see if I do have enough cotton to potentially stop doing that. So, let's see how much. Yeah, that's not enough wool. So it looks like we're going to need still some more wool before we can really do anything. I do know where there's some sheep though. So let's see, do I have shears? Oh, that doesn't go in there. I don't think I do. So let me go and see if I can go find some sheep, get some more wool, and then I'll be right back. So I found a couple sheep. I have one over there that I sheared, that one that I sheared. This one just grew back its wool. And looks like we're still one short. But by the time I get back, I should be able to make that with cotton. What is that sound? It was like a squeak, squeak, but it wasn't a bat. Now I want to find out what that was. Oh, well, we can still just go ahead and shear this guy here. The jetpack makes it a lot easier to get around now. So let's get back to the base. And it's right over, see it right there? So we're not too far away. This is just a slow way to fly. And looks like there is a little bit more cotton now. So I'll just grab that too. So now we should have everything that we need. I need the 16 pieces of cotton, and I need the 2 ender pearls. Or, sorry, 16 pieces of wool. Let's go ahead and throw our cotton in here for right now. And what I'd like to make is if I take my wool and I make like a furnace, and then throw my ender pearls in the center, I can get elevator blocks. And what I want to do is hop right down here, go ahead and put one down here, and one right there. And now what I can do is, now that I have my basement here, I can jump and go upstairs and crouch and go right downstairs. So that'll make it really easy when I want to come down to my basement, do some work, and go back upstairs. So now I have that sorted out. Let me go and throw this here. And let's worry about the charcoal. Now, I'm getting a good, decent amount of charcoal here, so it's not like I have to worry too much. But I don't want to have to keep filling the steam boiler out there. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start off with a coke oven. And this will help. So what we need is a 3x3x3 that's hollow. So we're going to need, what's that, 26 of them? So we're going to need some bricks and some sand. Well, I should have the sand. Yeah, I have a good amount of sand. And I have some clay. Well, I could go search around for more clay. Well, let's go ahead and cook those up anyway. But there's another thing that I can do to make sure that, or to get more bricks. Now, obviously I can use Mimikite, but I'm not going to do that. And other than that, it's just kind of, your standard, have to use clay. There is a machine that we can make that has a potential to make clay. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night. And that machine will use a resource that we already are collecting, and we don't have a use for yet. And that is right here, sludge. Now, the reason that there's not a lot of sludge in here is because I do have these liquiducts set up, because I was getting ready for making the next part. And I don't want this to connect right here. I know it's just a visual thing, but visually, I don't like it. So let's get these to not connect too. There we go. And I think that's all of them. Yeah. Now, I cleared out a little bit of area over here, and I ran my fluid ducts. And what I want to do, like I said, whoops, let's go ahead and get that face back the right way. There we go. What I want to do is I want to use the sludge that this produces. And to do that, I need to make a sludge boiler. Just like this. It's another block from Mine Factory Reloaded. So I'm going to need a couple of furnaces, a machine frame. Yeah, that's not too hard. So let's get back into our house and get that made. Might as well pick cotton. Eventually, I'd like to have an automated cotton farm, but, for right now, picking it manually is just going to have to do. So let's see, we're going to need some glass. We're going to need a little bit of gold. Let's say 2 pieces. I should have some plastic sheets in here. Yeah, I do. And I'm going to need some iron. Yeah, that should work. And a little bit of redstone. So let's see here. We're going to need a machine frame. Just one. Redstone reception coil. We need a little bit of cobble to go ahead and make 2 furnaces and a bucket. And I don't like using the 2 that I have, so I'll go ahead and make a bucket. And that's everything. Sludge boiler. So, why do we have an extra redstone? So I can go ahead and let's just put all of this away, and I'm going to need to run a little bit of power and I might as well use the stone. Since I'm only running one machine, the stone kinesis pipes is fine. And keep in mind, this is not going to have sludge all of the time. I'm also going to want a chest, a pneumatic servo, and let's get some item ducts. And that should do it. So let's go ahead and set this up. And if we go right over here, and I'll put it right here, you can see the sludge that was in these fluid ducts should now start filling it. But keep in mind that the harvester does not make sludge super quick. So, you know, using stone kinesis pipes is fine. Now, I actually want to go and hook these up, and I had everything planned out, so I'll put that there. And then what I'd like to do is put in my item duct right here, and go ahead and whack this because we want this to be an output, and throw my pneumatic servo and tell it ignore redstone signal. So any items that this produces will automatically get pulled out. And we can just go ahead and put them right to here, and that's why I grabbed the chest. Now I want to be away from this thing when it starts. I don't want to be right next to it. So let's go ahead and close this off just a little bit. I probably want dirt right here. Let's go grab some dirt. Just for the sake of uniformity. And my cotton's doing really good. I just planted a lot of those. And dirt. So we'll go ahead and cover this up here and this up here. And I should be able to go right here and then finish this off. So now it'll start getting power. It'll start using the sludge that it has. And then it'll go ahead and make items that'll end up in this chest. But the reason that I put it way in the wall here, and there we go, we got clay. Now it'll make more than just clay. See, there we go, soul sand, which will really help us too. But the reason that I put it way in the wall here is if I get too close while it's running, see how I have hunger and poison now? You don't want to stand next to this machine when it's running and has sludge in it. So that'll do. It'll still give me access to the items here, lots of clay. And I don't really have to worry about getting too close to it, because I don't think right here, see right here it's not going to affect me. If I got a little bit closer, maybe on top, it might. See on top it will. So I just have to remember that right there is not a good place to stand. So I'm going to give this a little while. Mud. Awesome. And collect up more clay. And I might even go searching just so we have some extra. And I'll be right back when we have enough to start making our coke oven. So I did go out and find some more clay. And I cooked up 2 stacks, just to make sure that I have enough. So we should be able to come over here now and go ahead and make our coke oven. Oh, chimney, that's kind of cool. And let's see if hopefully we have enough sand. So there's 6, 19, and I think it was 26 that we needed. So 25 and 26. And we have a few more bricks, and that's fine. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to set this up down in my basement. That's one of the main reasons that I created the basement here. And I think the best place for it is probably going to be right here in this wall. So let's go ahead and dig this out. And let's see, 3, there's 2, and then 3 deep. And you know what? I might as well grab this coal while I'm here too. Can never have too much coal. Well, I take that back. You can have too much, but right now I don't. So I'll grab it. And go ahead and close this off because I don't want... Oh, I like filling it in because I don't want anything spawning in there. Because I don't like hearing monsters running around when I'm in my base. And so it's a 3x3. Oh, see, prime example. Okay. Hopefully they don't start banging on the door. So 3x3, and then we're going to fill in the back. And just like that, we'll leave the center one open. And last one right there. And you do need to leave the center hollow. And now we have a coke oven. And the coke oven, we can go and take coal. It's a good thing I found it. Throw it right in here. It'll take a little while. It's a very, very slow running machine. But what that'll do is it'll create creosote oil. And we can use that for rails and all kinds of things with mine carts and lots of fun stuff that we'll probably get into. I plan on having this monster season go for a long time. Hopefully into the 100 of episodes. But one of the other things that it'll get us is coal coke. And let's see if it tells us anything about coal coke. So if I look up coal, and it used to tell us how long it would last in like a generator and things like that. I'm not sure why it doesn't right now. Maybe it's an add-on for NEI. But coal coke, which is this stuff here, is a lot more useful than coal as far as burning potential. Now, like I said, it does take a while to actually make that, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to use the coal coke in another kind of multi-block structure. And that's going to be the blast furnace. So let's go ahead and look up blast furnace. And you can see here it's another multi-block structure. But what we're going to need for this one is a 3x4x3 that's hollow. So let's figure out how many we're going to need there. And so I'd like to put one space, and I'll just put it right here. And so it's the same 3x3, but we actually need to make it one taller. And that's geostrata stuff. So let's go ahead and dig this out here, and then we'll figure out how many blocks we're going to need. Might as well put that back. So let's see. We have 9 on the base, 9 on the top, so that's 18. And then 8 and 8. So 18 and 16 is what? 34? So we're going to need 34 of them. Well, it makes 4. So let me go ahead and just pull out my calculator here. I'm going to do 34 divided by 4. So we're going to need 9 sets. I think our biggest problem is probably going to be the magma cream, which is easy enough. I mean, it's a slime ball and some blaze powder. So let's see if we can use the setup that we already have and get 9 blaze powder. So 18 of those. Let's see if we have any glowstone. Yeah, so we're grabbing 9 glowstone and doesn't have a lot of power here. And I wonder if it's because of, yeah, it's because of water. So let's get some more power going into there, and that'll go ahead and make our blaze powder. And how are we going to deal with slimes? Well, I could go find some slimes, or there's actually a really easy way for me to get slimes. And that is right there. Well, maybe not slimes per se, but at least slime balls. And since we have flight, it makes it really easy for us to get right up here. Why is there a rubber tree? These right here, congealed blue slime, I should be able to go ahead and break them and get slime balls. Easy. So there we go, we have 8, and we just need one more set. And I'll leave the rest up here, just in case we need them later. I don't want to take everything down and then, you know, have to store it. It's fine sitting right up here. Tomatoes. Yeah, nothing good. So now we have the slime balls, and we just need to make the blaze powders. I'm going to go ahead and get those cooked up, and I'll be right back. So my blaze powder is finished now, and I should be able to just go ahead and magma cream. So now we have 9 of those, and just because they're slimes, I'll go ahead and throw them in here. I did have 1 slime ball, but you know what, if I need a sticky piston or anything like that, it's nice to have some. One thing is you can actually eat these blue ones too. Not something that I'd recommend, but it works. So now we have the magma creams, and if we look here, we're going to need some nether bricks and some soul sand. Well, I don't have anywhere near enough soul sand. And as far as the nether bricks, I'm cooking up some netherrack, but I can tell you right now I don't have enough of that either. I need a little over 2 stacks, probably 2 stacks and an extra, say, half or quarter stack. So, and if I go out here, yeah, I only have 2 pieces of soul sand. Now, I can make soul sand if I take the tainted soil and one of the heat sand. I can actually go ahead and put those together and make soul sand. But there's no more tainted soil either. I mean, heat sand, the machine runs really slow, and that's mainly because it collects sludge really slow. So maybe we might end up seeing if we can use some kind of harvester for our cotton here. But for right now, what I'd like to do is recharge my jetpack because it's getting kind of low, and I want to do something scary. What I want to do is, well, not really what I want to do, but what I have to do is go back to the nether. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the nether and why I'm really reluctant about going there, even though I really have to. So let's go ahead and go right back down here and light our portal. Now I will break this when we come back through. So here we go. So the nice thing is there's lots of netherrack and soul sand right here. But there's a lot of bad guys here in the nether that are a lot different than I remember. The other thing is, while I can break soul sand and netherrack just fine, let's go ahead and at least collect this up first before I start making it more dangerous. And I don't know if this is new to vanilla or something else, but if I break ores, the pigmen get really, really angry. So that's not something that I really want to do. Let's see, I'm definitely going to need a lot more netherrack. The nice thing is my drill here will make short work of netherrack. So that should be let's just grab a little extra, just because, since we're already here. And this should be pretty good. Yeah, maybe I'll grab a little extra, but I am going to need some more soul sand here. Now, I do want the Mimikite, but, like I said, the pigmen don't like it. So let's go ahead and just switch this back out. Oh, lots of soul sand. Yeah, see, it doesn't look very scary right now. Oh, he's got a bow. But trust me, there was flying skulls and all types of stuff after me before. So let's see if we break this nether iron ore. You hear it? The pigmen just aggroed on. So I want to get as much of this soul sand as I can and then get out of here. Ooh, lappies. And I think this should be enough. See how now there's more pigmen? And then there's those nitro creepers too. So I really don't want to get anywhere near them. This white crystal I think hurts. No? Okay. Okay, let's get out of here. Now, when I have better armor, then it won't be such a big deal to go to the nether. But that will probably be another episode or two. So I'll go ahead and remake the frame, but at least that'll stop anything from coming through. And now all I have to do is cook down some more of this netherrack and make nether bricks. So what I'll do is go ahead and cook up enough for our blast furnace. You can see I already have some cooking up here. A little over a stack. I'll cook up enough for our blast furnace, and then we'll come back and put it all together. And our last one is cooking up now. And this should start filling up with wood and continue to make us charcoal. So let's go ahead and grab our magma creams, and we should have everything that we need once I make these into nether brick. And so there's 9. Oop, not like that. Like this. And there we go. 36. I think that's right. We might have to make one more set if it's not. And just like with our coke oven, we're going to do the bottom set completely. We'll go ahead and do the top set all the way too. And then go ahead and fill in the back wall and make this a hollow structure. Just like, there we go. It did form. So our blast furnace, what it does is it will make steel. So let's go ahead and throw this away right over here. You know what? Let's just put them in here. And what I want to do is I want to grab a little bit more coal. And I want to grab a stack of iron. And if I go down here, I'm going to throw more coal in here because this finished. And I'm going to take my coal coke. And you can see now we're getting some creosote oil. And maybe next episode we'll get a portable tank to put it in or something. And here in my blast furnace, I'm going to put my iron and my coal coke. Now, the reason that I'm using coal coke is because basically coal coke is a 1-for-1. It'll use 1 piece of coal coke and 1 iron. If I used charcoal, it's going to use a lot more charcoal just to smelt 1 piece of iron. And since we're not doing a lot with our coal anyway, I figure, you know what, might as well throw it in the coke oven. Now I could throw wood in here and it'll make charcoal and just a little bit of creosote. But just in case we need it, I'd like to have some, for the future. So if we give this a minute, it'll start making steel. And if we look up steel, if I could spell, we can see here it's going to make just a regular old, not that steel. Wow, there's so many different kinds of steel. I just want the regular, there we go, Railcraft steel. And if we look at what this is used for, we can make shears and all types of other stuff. We can make weapons out of it, but what I'd like to make, let's see where it is. It's not there. You know what? Let's just go ahead and look it up in Railcraft. There's another thing that'll help us make charcoal. And we need steel for it. It's the steam oven. And so we're going to need some steel plates and a furnace. Well, the furnace is easy. The steel plates, not so much. And we're going to need 2 sets. So looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1 set of steel. That's another set of steel. So that's 8 pieces of steel right there. So we're going to need 16 pieces of steel. And luckily we have 16 coal coke already made. So this is going to take a little while. Unfortunately, guys, I do think that we are at that wrapping up point for this episode. And luckily we have more charcoal. So what I'm going to do is between this episode and next, I'm going to go ahead and make some more steel. And then next episode, we'll take care of our charcoal situation outside here at our boiler. And as soon as we have the charcoal under control, then what we should be able to do is go ahead and set up a nice production line to make fuel. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that, I will see you guys later.